Hello, and welcome to spring. In this video I'm going to be showing you how I forage for some spring greens, including wild garlic, and I'm going to be showing you how I make a wild garlic ferment, and there's a recipe for some wild garlic scones too. I'm off to do some foraging. I'm loving getting out at the moment into the woods because finally, after a very long winter, the green is coming back and there are things to pick. My favourite this time of year, like lots of other people, is the wild garlic, but there are other things too. So as I was walking through the woods today, I saw this really big patch of bistort. It's a common bistort. This is the one that gets the little kind of toothbrush pink flowers a bit later on in the year. So you can identify this fairly easily. It has these strong, slim leaves that kind of widen out as they get bigger. The leaf comes down the stem a tiny bit like a wing. These ones, when you pull them out, have a pink stem, which reflects the colour of the flower later on. So this is a brilliant green to pick at this time of year. There are various traditional dishes that you can make with it, but I'm just going to be adding this to a ferment. So I'm just picking a few leaves from different parts of the patch. They're all pretty good and young and tender at this point of the year. As the plant gets a bit older, you might want to be a bit more picky. Something that I'm always eager to find early on in the spring are nettles. These are such an incredibly nutritious plant and they go with so many dishes. So I'm always having a little look round for a nice new patch of nettles, and I found one here. The trick to picking these without gloves is you need to pick under the leaf. The prickle happens on top of the leaf. So if you just go underneath the leaves, you can hold onto the stem and you won't get prickled. Sometimes you come across a garden escapee like this beautiful bamboo. It's been here a few years now and it's not getting too much bigger, so not too invasive, and it sounds beautiful in the wind. You can identify wild garlic fairly easily by the smell of the leaves because they smell really oniony, garlicky, fresh sort of smell. They're glossy, they're long, they have the rib that runs right down the back of the leaf. So yeah, there's a couple of potential mix-ups that you can make, but if they smell of garlic and they look like this, then you're pretty safe. So now I've collected all these beautiful spring greens from the area in this woodland. I'm going to go home and make a ferment with them, mainly with the wild garlic, but I'm going to add all the other spring greens in there too. And I'm also going to use some grated carrot just to bulk it out a bit. So I've just chopped all the greens really small. You can chop them smaller than this if you like. And then I'm adding 1 tablespoon of sea salt. It's important to use sea salt, not anything iodised, because it won't have the same effect. And I'm just rubbing that into all of my vegetables. You need to rub this in really well, and then they'll start to wilt and like a brine will develop at the bottom of the bowl, which is what you want. I'm also adding some spices. I've got some turmeric, some Korean peppers, and some garlic granules. You could use fresh garlic as well, I just didn't have any in at the moment. And I'm also mixing in some grated ginger. This is about a thumb size piece. And I'm just mixing that all the way through. You want to do this after you've done your salt rub, just so you don't get your hands covered in yellow turmeric. And then I'm packing it all into a jar. And you want to stamp this down as much as possible, and you'll see the liquid. If you can, you want the liquid to completely cover the top of your mixture. But if that doesn't happen just yet, don't worry. That will develop over time. I'm using a couple of cabbage leaves just to press that down. You don't want there to be any contact between the air and your mixture because you don't want any mould to develop. And then I'm just leaving this kilner jar a tiny bit open so it can breathe, and it will sit for about a week. I'll pop it in the pantry and it'll start to ferment. You'll know that this is happening because bubbles will start to appear in the mixture. You want to burp the mixture, so I just press it down with a spoon so that all the bubbles release to the top, and I do that about every other day. After a week, have a little taste. If you like it, great, pop the lid on, pop it in the fridge, and it will last for about 2 months in the fridge. If it's not quite strong enough for you, you can just leave it a few more days in the cupboard. Fermented foods are so beneficial to us. They really help our gut bacteria, our beneficial gut bacteria, and it can really make a big difference to your overall health. So this is a really easy way and a really enjoyable way of eating more of those, and you can make them with pretty much any vegetable. Another absolutely delicious way of eating your wild garlic is to make it into a butter to spread on toast or scones. And you can add the wild garlic to your scones as well to make some absolutely gorgeous tasty treats. And I've popped the recipe here for you. Hope you enjoy making them. Good luck with the ferments, and I hope you find a gorgeous patch of wild garlic near you very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.